So you ever wondered how to marinate flank steak for burritos, for carne asada, for tacos? You know, today's your lucky day. I'm going to show you how to do it. Stay tuned. Hey, this is Shra Shara. That's the best elevator music I ever heard. Alright, so for this marinade, it's real simple. We're going to need some orange juice, black pepper, very little salt, soy sauce, lime juice, lemon juice, olive oil, paprika, I'm using smoked paprika, ground cumin, granulated garlic, granulated onion, cilantro, and onion. And we're going to slice the onion up. Let's break this onion down. Slice this up real thin. Okay, let's get these put in a bowl so we can start putting everything together. Okay, the onions go in. Okay, we'll separate them. Okay, now we want to add a couple tablespoons of our lime juice, a couple tablespoons of our lemon juice, a little bit of salt, maybe a teaspoon. We're using soy sauce, so you don't have to put a lot of salt in it. Ground cumin, maybe a teaspoon. Teaspoon of the smoked paprika. There you go. About a quarter of a cup of olive oil. Help lubricate the steak. About a quarter cup of the soy sauce. There we go. And on the orange juice, we want about 3/4 of a cup to a cup of orange juice. Okay. About a teaspoon of pepper. Okay. About a teaspoon of granulated garlic. Teaspoon of the granulated onion. Okay. Last but not least, some cilantro. And this is probably about 3/4 of a cup of cilantro that I'm putting in here. And now we're going to mix this all up. Okay, now let's prep our steak. Okay, I have 2 pieces of flank steak, and we're using flank steak. They're each about 1 pound a piece, but I want to trim off this excess fat. You don't need it. So I just want to get that off of there. and you want to get rid of the silver skin. You know, you want people to enjoy it. You don't want them to hate that you made it. So let's get the silver skin. Get that off of there. And any bits of hard fat you may or may not find, get rid of that too. You know, anything that you know you're not going to want to eat yourself, go ahead and take that off. That's a good rule of thumb. If you're not going to eat it, why give someone else the opportunity to eat it? Yeah, get this hard fat off of here. You know, the flank steak, it's a pretty lean steak. You know, I know I'm cutting fat off, but it's pretty lean. Makes for some good, very good carne asada. That hard fat. Let's get this out of here. This one cut across, I'm not playing with it. Okay, let's look at this. Let's get this guy off here. Okay. Looks pretty good now. The rest of the fat that's on here should render down when we're cooking it. Okay, so let's get this in our bag. Now we got our second one. Let's give this guy a once over. See how it looks. Doesn't look too bad. Actually looks quite nice, at least on this side. And again, this one, like I said, this one also is about a pound. Turn this guy over, see this side. You know, some people, they don't trim the fat off of it. You know, then they have, you know, extra chewy carne asada, or you get some hard spots in the carne asada. I just can't do that. I can't do that to the people I'm cooking for. It's pretty good. This fat here, this thin fat, it'll render when I'm cooking it. So you don't have to stress too much about it. You just want to make sure that you get the silver skin, especially the silver skin and the hard fat off. Now this goes into the bag. Now let's add our marinade. Get our marinade in here. So we get all our cilantro, onions. Make sure we get all that in there. Okay, now we're going to seal this up. Okay, let's get this sealed up. On the first seal, I'm not worrying about air in the bag because I want this to move around. Get the onions and the cilantro, distribute it throughout. Okay, now that it's mixed good, now I take the air out, seal it again, Now I'm going to put this in the fridge for a minimum of 4 hours. But for me, I'm going to take this to about 12 to 13 hours, maybe even 14. And then it'll be ready to be grilled. Hope you like this recipe. Try it for yourself. It's simple. You can knock it out real fast. And if you like it, definitely share it, comment, let me know what you think. That being said, this is Shra, and I'm out. Happy grilling.